Now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Roma Wines present Suspense.
Tonight, Roma Wines bring you the MGM star, Mr. Keenan Wynn, as star of The Night Reveals, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Keenan Wynn in a remarkable tale of suspense.
Go ahead. Tell us the story, Mr. Jordan. It might help to get it out of your system.
Yes. Go ahead, Harry.
Well, tell it here, Marie, in front of you?
Sure. I can stand it if you can.
Well, all right. I'll tell it. From when I first began to know, for sure, 2 weeks ago. I should have known before that something was wrong. I should have known by her eyes. There was a queer look in them, staring at me 1 minute and avoiding me the next. Well, I came home late one Monday night. They were asleep, my son Johnny and my wife here, Marie. I lay in bed reviewing my day's work. You see, I'm an investigator for the Herkimer Fire Insurance Company, and while thinking about the fire on 2nd Avenue, I fell asleep. Suddenly, I was sitting bolt upright, wide awake, with a strange feeling of being alone in the room. I looked towards Marie's bed. It was too dark to see. I called. Marie? Marie? No answer. I got up and I walked to her bed. The quilt was bunched up. I pulled the covers down. The bed was empty. In the bathroom? No, she wasn't there. And not in Johnny's room either. Johnny was alone. Marie wasn't in the apartment. I put on the light. I looked at my watch. It was 2 a.m. I got dressed, walked out, rang for the elevator. It was nothing. Of course it was nothing important. But my heart kept hammering away.
Oh, morning, Mr. Jordan. Kind of late for you.
Yes. Good morning, Steve. Did you see my wife go downstairs?
Yeah, Mr. Jordan, about half an hour ago, I'd say.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Did you see which way she went?
Yeah, sure. She went towards 3rd Avenue. Said she was going to the...
Going to the drugstore, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. There's one over on 96th Street, open all night, you know.
Oh, thanks. Well, that was it. She went to the drugstore. I was worried over nothing at all. I didn't know what to do, quite. I didn't want to follow her, but the elevator boy was watching me, so I strolled easily along toward 3rd Avenue. I stood on the deserted dark corner and looked up and down the street. Then I saw her coming. She was walking toward me briskly.
Harry, what are you doing here?
Well, I got up and saw you were gone.
I couldn't sleep. Had a dreadful headache, so I decided to go down for some aspirin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. The drugstore on 96th Street. But you were coming from 98th Street.
I took a little walk, thought some fresh air would do me some good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice night.
I've only been gone about 10 minutes.
Well, Steve said you were gone about a half an hour.
It was only 10 minutes. What time is it now?
2:35.
I've been out for about 15 minutes.
Oh, it's more than that.
It was 15 minutes, no more than that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Well, everything seemed all right, but still I felt something was wrong. We got into our apartment and we both went to bed. For a minute or so, we said nothing.
Listen. A fire. A fire.
Yeah. Yeah, not far. Over east a couple of blocks. By the river, I'd say. Hey, it's my district.
A fire.
Who... Hello.
Hello, Harry. Sorry to wake you in the middle of the night, but there's a bad one over near you. Between 2nd and 3rd. Maybe a total loss.
Between 2nd and 3rd, Mr. Parmenter? Oh, an apartment building.
Yeah. 98th Street. 340 East 98th. I called you because I'd like you to go there direct first thing in the morning instead of coming to the office. Okay, I'll meet you there.
Okay, Mr. Parman. Good night.
A fire on 98th Street.
Yeah. I couldn't see Marie in the dark, but I knew. I knew she was staring at me. I was very tired. Good night, Marie.
Good night, Harry.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Keenan Wynn with Kathy Lewis in The Night Reveals by Cornell Woolrich. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. Tomorrow and Saturday, most American households will be busy with preparations for Easter Sunday dinner, the traditional feast ending the Lenten season. Time-honored accompaniment to gracious Easter dining and entertaining is wine, enjoyed throughout the ages by families and friends for pleasure and companionship in a sensible, moderate way. A fine wine that will add good taste and friendliness to your Easter day is Roma, the wine most Americans prefer. And most popular of all Roma wines is Roma California Sherry, a light, mellow wine of inviting fragrance and unusual nut-like taste. The centuries-old custom of sipping sherry before dinner is now more popular than ever. And today, millions of Americans, especially those who seek good living, enjoy Roma Sherry before each evening meal. Yes, Roma Sherry is truly America's first call for dinner. Try Roma Sherry before dinner. Discover how it increases your mealtime pleasure. Get Roma Sherry tomorrow, in time for the Easter weekend. Remember, that's Roma. R-O-M-A. Roma. America's favorite wine.
And now Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Keenan Wynn as Harry Jordan and Kathy Lewis as his wife Marie in The Night Reveals, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Go on, Mr. Jordan.
Well, gentlemen, the next morning I went over to 98th Street to inspect the remains of number 340 and to see if there was evidence of anything suspicious about the origin of the fire. And Mr. Parmenter was there.
There it is. Got it. Guess we'll be paying off on this one, all right.
Yeah, completely burned out. Anyone hurt?
A few. No one dead. Lucky they just installed the new fire escapes.
Just the walls left. Fire must have been quite a sight in the height of its glory.
Yeah, quite a sight. Say, those walls look pretty bad. Might collapse most any time.
Oh, the building will have to be raised. That fire did a good job.
Oh, there's the commissioner.
Oh, hello, Parmenter.
Jordan?
How are you, Morrell?
Know anything about the fire, Commissioner?
No, not a thing.
Well, we'll have a look.
I wouldn't go in there, Jordan. Those walls...
Oh, I can take care of myself.
Maybe you better not go inside, Harry.
Now, don't worry about me. I know fires as well as anyone. You stay outside, Mr. Parmenter. I'm going in. I walked gingerly into the blackened, ruined hallway, in ashes up to my ankles, until I reached the remains of the stairway. Underneath were several baby carriages, just twisted pieces of metal. A burning fragment of something fell nearby.
Come on back, Jordan.
Oh, I'm all right. Poked around near the carriages, sifting through the fine, clean ashes. Something caught my eye. A glob of yellow metal. I picked it up, and I worked my way out.
She's burned through, isn't she?
Yeah, clean through. Nothing left of her.
Did you find anything, Harry?
Oh, nothing much. Fire started in the hallway, all right. Cellar's untouched. Fire works its way up.
What's that in your hand?
Oh, that? Oh, it's just a piece of metal I found.
Oh.
Here, just picked it up for my kid. He likes shiny things.
What do you think, Commissioner?
Oh, probably one of those gadgets they have on baby carriages.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Yeah.
It isn't anything.
But it was something. I had run my fingernail across this glob of metal. It looked like gold. I would examine it in detail at home.
Hello, Daddy.
Well, how are you, Johnny?
Mama says I was bad today.
Harry, you're home early.
Yeah, I got through sooner than I expected.
What is it? What is it, Harry?
Your locket. You're not wearing it. You never had it off before.
My locket? Well, don't you remember?
Daddy, can I go over to see Davy Taylor for a minute?
Yes, Johnny, go ahead.
All right. Gee, thanks, Daddy.
You shouldn't have done that, Harry. I didn't want him to go. He hasn't had his dinner.
Never mind, Johnny. What did you say happened to the locket?
Why, I gave it to you.
To me?
Well, I put it in your pocket to have it fixed. The catch was loose.
I don't remember.
I put it in your pocket, Harry. I forgot to mention it to you. I wanted you to take it to the jeweler's, get the catch fixed. I just put it in your coat pocket while you were shaving.
When?
Yesterday? Yes, yesterday morning.
Well, then it should be in my pocket now. I wore this suit yesterday, too. Nothing in my pockets, Marie.
Well...
Marie.
Yes, Harry?
Is anything wrong with you?
I'm perfectly all right. There's not a thing wrong with me.
Well, you look worried, as if you had something on your mind.
No, it's nothing. I've just been having a headache.
Maybe you ought to see a doctor.
No, it really doesn't amount to much.
Well, I think I'll take another look for the locket. Which suit did you say you put it in?
Your blue suit, I think. Maybe it was the gray, though. I
couldn't make it out. What had she done with the locket? Had she pawned it? Had she given it away? And then I remembered something. I went into the bathroom and locked the door. I looked at this shapeless little glob of yellow metal. I rubbed the blackened spots away until all of it was gleaming. I took a nail file out of the medicine chest and began to file it. I kept filing until I had enlarged the crack to the full length of the piece of gold. Then I slipped the nail file inside and pried it open. Tiny fragments of glass, and then I saw a piece of scorched paper. It was a photograph. A picture of my son, Johnny. This glob of metal was my wife's locket. I put the locket and the picture in my pocket and walked out.
All right, now. Now, what's the largest continent in the world?
I know it. It's Asia.
Mm-hmm. And the next largest?
That's easy. Africa. Full of jungle. That's where Tarzan lives.
Isn't it time for Johnny to be in bed?
Yes, I had no idea it was so late. You run along to your room, Johnny. I'll be in a minute.
All right, Mother. Good night, Dad.
Good night, Johnny. Sleep well.
He's getting along very well in school. Except for arithmetic. Seems to be having a little trouble.
Johnny will be all right.
Yes. Johnny will be all right. I know he'll be all right.
I watched her. She seemed very uneasy. I walked over to my pipe rack where I kept several books of matches in a jar, but there weren't any there. All this time I knew she was watching me closely. I looked behind the rack. There wasn't a match around. What the devil happened to all my matches?
I have a match. Here, let me light it for you.
Did you take the matches out of the jar, Marie?
Well,
Did you?
Well, yes, I needed them in the kitchen. Shall I light your pipe for you?
No, I'll light it myself. I picked a match out of the booklet. It was a clean white match with a green head. I struck it against the side. The match sputtered up into a yellow flame, fringed on the bottom with blue. Marie stared at it until I felt the sharp bite of the flame on my thumb.
Would you like a cup of tea, Harry?
No, dear, I don't think so. Marie! Leave the matches on the table.
I need them. I'm rather short of matches. The pilot light isn't working.
Is this the only book of matches in the house?
I'll have to get some tomorrow. Where are you going, Harry?
Get a drink of water?
No, I'll get it for you, Harry.
Never mind, Marie. I'll get it myself. I went into the kitchen. There was a paper bag alongside the gas range. Matches, all thrown in helter-skelter. Books of matches and safety matches, all mixed together. I walked back and sat down in my chair. Marie, you've been having headaches lately.
I'm just tired. Nothing serious.
Well, how would you like to go away for a few days? You know, take a vacation. I'll get a maid to take care of Johnny and me. It'd do you a lot of good.
No, I don't need a vacation. There's nothing wrong with me, but, Harry, there is...
Yes?
There's nothing the matter with...
You were about to say something else.
I've got to go into Johnny's room and see that he's covered. He always throws the covers off.
I sat there, looking at the door, and then I glanced about the room. There was the pack of matches lying open on the table. I closed the cover, and my eye caught her purse lying nearby. It was bulging.
Harry.
Oh, what's the matter?
My purse.
Yeah. Yes, your purse. Here, look. See, the handle's loose. And it's full of matches. 12 books of them. And these newspaper clippings.
Give it back to me.
Why are you saving these clippings? Why do you carry matches with you?
I bought the matches in a store, 12 for 5 cents.
And these clippings. Fire on 112th Street causes severe damage. And these others. Why are you saving these clippings, Marie?
There's nothing wrong in that. I'm interested. I'm interested in your work. I intend to keep a file on fires. It will help you in your work.
That's very considerate, Marie.
Oh, Harry, you're so good. Why should this have to happen to us?
Towards midnight, I went to bed. Marie did not follow me. I lay in the semi-darkness, wide awake, trying to think what I should do. I couldn't collect my thoughts. Every time I closed my eyes, I could see the flame of the match, yellow and blue, crawling along the matchstick.
Here, drink this, Harry. It will help you sleep.
What is it?
It's cocoa. It's very good for you.
I'm not the one that's having trouble falling asleep.
We both couldn't sleep last night. I'm taking some of this myself as soon as I go to bed.
All right. Leave it on the nightstand.
You'll be sure to drink it while it's hot.
Yes, Marie, I will.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Marie. Cocoa. And then suddenly I knew. I looked around quickly for something to pour it in. There was the radiator pan. It was empty. I poured the cup of liquid into it. And then I lay back and waited. Waited for her next move. About a half an hour later, I heard the door open softly and Marie tiptoed toward my bed.
Harry? Harry? Are you asleep?
I didn't answer. Just kept breathing evenly. She hovered for a moment over me and then she tiptoed out, carefully closing the door behind her. I dashed out of bed and hurried into my clothes. Quickly, I poured the liquid from the pan into a bottle and put the bottle into my pocket. Then I grabbed my coat and followed her. I rang for the elevator. She only a few minutes headway. I'd catch up with her easily, and then we'd have a showdown. Steve looked at me with controlled amazement. Hello, Steve.
Oh, hello, Mr. Jordan.
My wife went down a moment ago, didn't she?
Yeah, Mr. Jordan. Just took her down.
She went toward 3rd Avenue, didn't she?
I think so, sir. She sort of stopped for a minute and then turned toward 3rd Avenue. I had to get back to the elevator because you were ringing.
When I reached the corner, I looked up and down 3rd Avenue. Then I saw her. She was walking north. I crossed to the other side of the street and followed her, keeping at a distance. At 98th Street, she turned east. Down the middle of the block was the remains of that last night's fire. She paused in front of the gutted building. For a long time, just stood there, looking at it. Then she walked inside. I waited for a few seconds and then followed her. It was pitch dark in the burned-out hallway. Ahead of me, I could see the glow of a match. Then I saw what she was doing. She was collecting the charred debris near the baby carriages. How foolish. There wasn't anything that could burn there now. She lit another match. I watched the flame light up her face. Her face so intent upon her work that she didn't hear me approach. Marie!
Who's there?
It's me, Harry.
Harry, why didn't you?
Come along, Marie. We'd better get out of here. Police. I took her hand, and without a word, she came along. We walked home in complete silence. We both knew. When we came to our apartment house, I stopped and rang for the elevator. In the light of the hallway, I could see her face. My wife's face. Ashy gray. Her eyes bright and painful. You run upstairs, Marie. I'll be along in a minute.
Harry, where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Please, Harry, don't do anything.
You run along, Marie.
You're not going to...
No, I'm only going to the drugstore to get something. I'll be back in a few minutes. I came home a half an hour later. She was waiting for me.
Did you do it, Harry? Harry, please tell me. I've got to know.
I had the cocoa you gave me analyzed.
I'm sorry. I had to do it. Don't you see? I couldn't help it.
It was very easy for the druggist, especially when I told him what I thought was in it. That sodium stuff that makes you sleep through an earthquake.
Please try to understand, Harry. You must understand.
Is the kid asleep?
Yes, Johnny's all right.
Well, I was sorry for Marie. She looked so haggard and worn. It wasn't her fault. I was sorry for myself. My head was roaring. I wasn't feeling too well. I kept seeing sparks in front of my eyes. I closed my eyes for a moment.
Let's go to bed, Harry.
Marie, we can do something. Let's burn up every match. Every match in the house. We'll never bring another match in here.
No, Harry, we can't do that.
You don't want to?
No, Harry, not now.
See? This is the first book. It's turning black. We'll do it with every book of matches.
It's no use. It's no use, Harry.
Strange, isn't it, that this should happen to me? Me, a fire inspector. Oh, that's funny. Give me the matches, Marie. All the matches.
No, I can't do that. I won't.
Give them to me.
Please don't. Please don't take them. I'll do anything you want. Anything.
Where did you hide them? Tell me. Where are they?
Inside the range behind the paper bag.
I dropped her hand and she sank to the floor in a huddle, weeping. Then I went into the kitchen and I got all the matches.
Please, Harry, don't burn them up.
By now, my anger was cooling off. Look, Marie. Look up. See? I light each book of matches one at a time until they're all gone up in smoke. The yellow flame licked its way down the matches. The cover caught fire and blackened. I watched her look at the flame with dazed eyes.
Listen, Harry, do you hear?
Well, it's just someone in the hall.
It's more than someone. Something's happened. Something has happened.
I'll take a look.
The house is afire.
Yes, Marie. Wake up, Johnny.
Johnny!
We'll have to hurry. The flames are coming up the stairs. There's an upward draft.
What's the matter?
The house is afire. We've got to get out.
Well, it's too late to go down. We'll have to go up through the roof.
I've hurt my leg.
Come along,
Mother,
Johnny.
wait for Mother.
She'll come along.
No, I want to wait for Mother.
It's all right, Johnny. Go along with Daddy. I'll follow you.
No, I won't.
Hold on to my arm, Marie. Hold on. Come on. Give me your hand, Johnny. Now, don't be scared. The fire won't hurt you. It won't hurt you at all. It's safe to see. We made our way upstairs very slowly because of Marie's sprained ankle. Finally, we got to the roof. There were some firemen on the next roof. About 10 feet separated the two buildings.
All right, don't get panicky. We'll get you off safely.
We're going to have to jump across, Daddy. Mother won't be able to jump. Her foot.
It's all right, Johnny. Don't be scared.
Putting a board across the two roofs. We'll just walk across.
All right, now, one at a time. Tie the rope around you and come across.
Johnny, you go first. But don't be afraid there. The rope will hold you in case you slip.
Mother, you got to go first.
I'll go right after you, Johnny.
You promise?
Go ahead, Johnny. Mother will follow you. No, don't turn around. Keep walking.
All right, the kid's safe. Now you, lady. Oh, be careful, the board. Hey, the board slipped. Hey, honey, one of you guys get another board. It's all right. Your mother's going to be all right.
You pushed the board off, Harry. I saw you do it.
No, I didn't, Marie. I didn't.
All right, there it is. Okay, lady. Just tie the rope around you. Don't be afraid. Don't look down. Ready? Okay, boys. There, she's all right. Now you, mister.
All right.
That's right. Tie the rope around you. All set. Okay.
On the ground, we stood there, the three of us, watching the fire. Sparks were shooting up through the hole where it had bitten through. Great flames shot out, stabbing at the sky. The top of the roof was burning now. A red flame crawled along, searching out the inflammable spots. A wooden pole caught fire and blazed up in a long, narrow, curving arc. The wind was helping it. And all this time, Marie was shaking violently. Not with cold, I pitied her. And then she threw up her hands and shrieked. Now, darling, don't.
I can't stand it. We can't go on this way. Police!
Now, don't do it, Marie. Now, there's no need. Not the police. You don't know what you're saying.
Hey, what's the matter over here? What is it, lady? What is it?
Pay no attention.
No, it's no use, Harry. Officer, these awful fires. They're not accidental. There's a pyromaniac, a criminal. I know who it is. You've got to arrest the person. Arrest him, so there won't be any more.
All right, lady, all right. Now, what is this? Who's the pyromaniac?
The criminal is my husband, Harry Jordan. This man here. Arrest him, officer.
That's about all there is to the story, gentlemen. That I was brought here. Must have sounded kind of, painful for you to hear it all over again, Marie.
No. It was all right, Harry.
I wonder... I got a cigarette. Could I?
No. I'll light it for you, Harry.
You don't have to worry. I won't try and keep the matches here. She's been awful good to me, gentlemen. Take care of her, won't you? She tried everything to help. She hid the matches so as to keep them from me. She even tried to give me sleeping pills so I wouldn't...
It's all right, Harry.
I'm sorry about the locket, dear. Must have fallen out of my coat when I was in that building at 98th Street.
It's all right, Harry. You can buy me another one sometime.
You can't blame anybody for liking fires. It's not their fault. Fires are beautiful to watch. So bright and clean. They burn up all the filth and dirt. And they're magnificent to watch. Especially the big ones. The way the flames roar and crackle, lighting up everything around you. The beautiful fire. The beautiful fire. Beautiful fire.
Suspense. Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. As traditional as fine frocks for the Easter parade is fine wine with Easter dinner. Here's how you can enjoy this festive Easter dining custom and still keep within your budget. Serve delicious Roma California Burgundy. At the first sip, you'll discover why robust Roma Burgundy is the perfect flavor mate for your favorite roast or ham. How Roma Burgundy's taste harmony with fine foods brings out hidden flavor in every morsel. Best of all, red Roma Burgundy with its rich, exciting color, exquisite full bouquet, and tempting taste luxury is a treat you can enjoy often. For fine Roma wines, America's first choice, cost no more than ordinary wines. Put Roma Burgundy on your weekend shopping list now. Give your family the utmost in gracious, satisfying Easter dining. Insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
Keenan Wynn appeared through courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of The Postman Always Rings Twice. Next Thursday, same time, Roma Wines will bring you Nancy Kelly, a star of Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Produced by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. Tonight, this is Jackie Cooper as star of The Clock and the Rope, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed by William Spear.
Would you like to hear the old story about the innocent man facing execution and his last-minute attempts to get a pardon and how it feels when he doesn't get it? Well, I can tell you all about it, because that's my story. There's a couple of different twists to it, of course. There always are. For one thing, it happened to me. And now I keep away from people. I keep away from cities and buildings. Buildings with the cells they call rooms and the doors that don't always open. I never button my collar. You'll find out why. I earn my living as a guide for hunting parties. Me, who couldn't find my way across a city park without asking a cop for directions. I never sleep indoors. I can't. And I can't stand clocks. Most of all, I can't stand clocks. It happened so fast. I told him it wasn't murder. It was self-defense. Involuntary self-defense. You know, like putting up your arm to protect yourself. But it didn't work out that way in court. That's the other different twist I told you about. They convicted me. They sentenced me to be hanged. And they hanged me. I was night man. Sell a little gas, do the rough strip down for some repairs that had to be done the next day, take care of any transient overnight parking. Then this girl started dropping in for gas every other night or so, late. I liked her style, but I was too shy to say anything. I guess she figured it. She would sit with a sort of little smile half turned in her seat to watch me while I filled the tank. Then she'd pay me and pull away with a funny look in her eyes, as if she was getting a kick out of the way I acted. Then one night, instead of pulling away when she paid me, she spoke.
Oh, come on. Open up.
What?
Say something. I've been here 20 times. You can say a word or two, can't you? Hello, or it's a nice night. It ain't.
Well, I didn't know that you wanted me to. And
You're a funny fella. I didn't look like I didn't want you to, did I? Or don't I know my looks anymore?
Oh, sure. I thought
Tell me, did I hear somebody call you Hank the other night?
I guess you did. My name is Henry. Henry Guilford.
Did your girl call you Hank? Haven't you got a girl?
No, steady girl, if that's what you mean.
What would you be doing with a steady girl? Working here every night.
Oh, I get one night off. Go to a dance or something.
Oh, better.
Sure, Say, do you like to dance?
I have, Hank.
Well, I'm off tomorrow night. You ever go to the Arcadia? They've got a good band there. I forget who it is this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow night isn't my night off.
Oh.
But, I get off at midnight.
Gee, the Arcadia closes at midnight. All the big dance places close at midnight.
Well, you don't have to have a big place, do you?
No. Oh, no. No, there's the Owl Inn out on Pratt Avenue. They run late and have a pretty good little band and the booze and everything.
That would be fine.
Well, I could pick you up at your job, huh?
No, I'm way at the other end of town, and I have to drive my car back anyway. Suppose I meet you at the Owl. I'll be there a little after midnight.
I'll be there.
Okay, see ya.
Oh, say, what's your name?
Till tomorrow night. Goodbye.
That next night, around 11:30, I caught the trolley going out along Trappscott Avenue. The motorman was old Steve Hoffman. He had known me since I was a kid, and he ribbed me about my new gray suit, and especially about wanting to get off at the Owl Inn. Said I was stepping out in fast company. We got there in about 20 minutes, and I started up the driveway, kind of thrilled at the idea of a midnight date. I was just starting up the steps of the inn when I heard voices coming from a grove of trees to one side.
Nobody, I tell you.
Don't give me that stuff. I followed you all the way out there. Who are you meeting?
Nobody.
Okay, for giving me that, you get this.
Ow!
Back here.
Hey, what's this?
So this is the guy you're going to meet, huh? Swell. I'll take care of both of you now.
Hey, what's going on anyway?
What did you hit him for, Joe? He's got nothing to do with it. Get up, Hank. Run. This guy's crazy.
Crazy? Well, then call somebody. I'll handle him till they come.
No, you get out of here. Now run.
You want more, huh? Well, I got it right here for you.
Get the black... Run, Hank!
No, you don't. Hey, now let go. No, you don't. You don't grab this.
You got him, Hank. Hit him again. Hit him. Hit him again.
Well, that did it, I guess. Say, who is he?
He would have done worse for you. We used to go together.
Well, I didn't know you had a steady fella. I thought when we made our date
You didn't ask me. Besides, we were breaking up. He had no right to interfere.
Well, what do we do now? Mean about him?
You better go. I'll take care of him.
You mean leave him here with you? Well, he'll...
Please go. There'll be more trouble for you two. Go ahead, Hank. I'm going to leave here right away, too. He'll be all right.
But he wasn't all right. He was dead. I knew about it hardly 2 hours later. No, she didn't come and tell me. The police came and got me. And they didn't learn about me from her either. They didn't know anything about her, and they acted like they didn't want to know.
Why did you walk home? You rode out there in the trolley. Why didn't you ride back?
Well, I just wanted to think, that's all.
Sure, because you weren't thinking about how maybe the motorman wouldn't remember taking you out there if you didn't ride back.
No, why would I do that? I've known old Steve Hoffman all my life. Is that how you found out?
You're not very smart.
I'm not trying to be smart.
Okay. So you hit him in self-defense and to save the girl. Now, what's her name?
Her name? I never got it. She didn't tell me.
You had a date with a girl and you didn't even know what her name was.
Well, yes. I asked her. I've seen her often, but she didn't tell me.
Are you sure there was a girl?
Of course. Who would I have the date with?
Maybe just with the guy you killed.
I never met him before. I don't even know him.
You just don't know anything, do you? Well, I'll ask you a very simple question. I'm sure you can answer this one.
I'll try.
How much money did you take off the man you murdered?
How much?
Yeah, how much? And where is it? His pockets were turned inside out. You went from self-defense to help yourself.
They pushed me around some after that. They'd take me to court and then back to my cell. Half the time I didn't know what was going on. They gave me a lawyer, Mr. Hall, Bailey Hall. He'd do the talking. He kept asking for things like reduced bail, time for further investigation, continuances to find witnesses. Just sort of stalling all the time. I don't know why. I told him I didn't have the money for any bail. And witnesses. There was only one I wanted, that girl. But he kept on, always trying to hold up things. Then one day he told me I'd been indicted. I knew what that meant, Harold. It meant I had to go on trial. For murder.
That's bad, boy, bad. I've done all I could to delay indictment and trial in the hope that something would turn up, but we're in for it now. I wish you'd give me something more to work on.
What do you mean?
This girl you can't even name. I can't go into court with just that. The police feel certain there never was a girl, and there's no trace of her anywhere.
Well, maybe she'll show up.
Show up. My boy, you've got a lot to learn.
Mr. Hall, that's all I know. I can't help it.
George, you never mentioned the girl and just claimed self-defense or a fight. It's the girl thing that's so bad, it makes your whole defense phony. Good Lord, boy, if you made up a girl, why didn't you make up a name?
Look, I've been all through that with the police. Now, if you're going to talk that way, too, maybe we better forget the whole thing. Maybe they'll give me another attorney, or none at all, for I care.
Easy, boy, easy. I'm sorry I popped off, but it isn't a new attorney you need. It's a new story.
Yeah, that's right. Guilford rode out to the inn that night in my trolley. It was on the 4th or the 5th.
Face the jury, please, and talk louder.
Oh, louder? I took Guilford to the inn that night. It was about 10 after midnight. We got out and started for the inn.
Did you notice anyone else around? Any girl, for instance?
Girl? No, nobody else.
That'll be all, thank you. The defense may have the witness.
And as soon as we started to talk to Guilford, he confessed to striking the blows. He talked about doing it in self-defense and about a girl he had a date with who witnessed the fight.
Have you been able to trace this girl whose existence is claimed by the defendant?
No.
No trace of her at all?
No, sir. No trace of her at all.
And then we come to the actual evidence, gentlemen of the jury. Where do we get the evidence? From the witnesses. And who is the state's principal witness? None other than the defendant himself. But the defendant can prove his story. He has a witness, the girl who saw it all. The girl he saved from a bad beating. Would any girl be so heartless as to leave such a benefactor in the lurch when just a word would save him? Why doesn't she appear? Why isn't she found? No, there is no trace of her. Not even a small-sized note. In other words, she is behaving exactly as you would expect someone to behave who is not real, but just the figment of a desperate man's imagination.
The defendant will rise. Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached the verdict? We have. What is your verdict?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Henry Guilford, guilty as charged of murder in the first degree.
Yes. My boss at the garage and the fellows who worked there days chipped in some money. I had an uncle in West Virginia who sent Mr. Hall $50 in cash and a promissory note for another $50. And I guess Mr. Hall put up some money himself for expenses. Anyway, he kept appealing the case all the way up to the state Supreme Court. But it didn't do any good. Kept coming back with the original decision sustained, Mr. Hall said. All this time, the courts had kept changing the date. The date I was supposed to be hanged. Now, all of a sudden, I knew there weren't going to be any more changes. The last date set was it. I think I started to suffocate right then. There was something growing in my throat that wouldn't let me breathe. The evening of the next day, McGill, the deputy warden, came into my cell with a couple of guards. He told me I was moving. I knew where. It was down on the main floor. A row of only 3 cells. It was the last stop. Death row. They have a team of 2 guards who live right in the cell with you the last few days. One time a prison breaks down and shows a human touch. I guess. Or else they just want to make sure you don't go ahead and carry out the sentence on yourself. Anyway, whatever it was, I was grateful. Because now I was lonely. I was afraid. Not afraid like a man, but afraid the way a child is afraid. I was going someplace. The last place. And I was going alone. The thing you feel most the last hours is the time. The clock. Remembering how often you wished it would hurry so you could get off work or out of school or see your girl or go fishing. You remember a million hours like that, when 6 hours is all you got left. Outside, you know they're watching the clock, too. Not like you are, but they're watching it. All the usual people concerned with an execution, doing the usual things. Your lawyer, the warden, the governor maybe, newspaper men, guards, the executioner. I know what every one of them was doing as they watched the clock that night. He told me afterwards. Now I'll never forget it. Clocks all over the state. Ticking away my life.
You ought to get some sleep, Warden. It's only 5 hours away.
Yes, I know, McGill, I know. I wish I could lose this pain in my chest. I think I'll lie down here on the couch for a little while.
Yes, do that. When shall I call you, Warden?
Oh, make it an hour beforehand. 5 a.m.
Hello? Yeah, this is Bailey Hall. Yes, I'm Guilford returning. Who? You're the... Well, where have you been all this time? What? Hey, look. You're not just some crook that's after pub... I know it's for 6 this morning. Where are you? All right, wait for me. I'll be right down. We've got about 2 hours. I'll stake my reputation on it, Governor. This is the girl. At least it deserves a stay of execution.
It's true, sir. I swear it's true. I've been in the East. I just haven't heard about it till tonight, but it's just as he said it was. Self-defense.
And the money that was taken out of the dead man's pocket?
I took it. I needed it, and I had every right to. He's been my husband.
Very well. Richard.
Yes, Governor?
Type out a stay of execution on the Guilford case for 3 weeks. Bring it in and I'll sign it and you can take it down.
All right. You'd better phone the warden to make sure, though, Governor. That boy's only got about a half hour left.
Warden's office. Yes, this is Warden Barnes. Huh? Oh, yes, Governor. Young Guilford? Oh, you don't say so. Why, that's splendid, Governor, splendid. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'll let them know right away. Yes, sir. Oh, McGill. McGill.
Yes, Warden.
Harry, Jack, come here, quick.
What's the matter? Something's happened to the warden. Help him get him up on the couch.
Looks like a stroke.
Yeah. Call the doctor, will you?
Sure. Hey, the phone's off the hook.
Never mind that. Call the doctor.
Yeah, it must have been a strain of this execution. I think he kind of liked the kid.
Yeah. 5:30. Well, I'll have to take over for the execution. Gentlemen, it's now 10 minutes to 6. In a few moments, you will be admitted to the ground floor of Blockhouse A, where the scaffold has been erected and where the execution, which you are to witness as newspaper men and members of the medical profession, will take place. You'll find rows of benches. Please take your seats quietly in any of the rows except the first, which has been reserved for members of the medical examining committee. We ask you to cooperate with us in our duties and to respect the solemnity of the occasion by moving quietly, refraining from any loud conversation from the moment you enter until you leave. That's all. Thank you.
The minister was reading from the Bible when I knew it was time. They were coming for me. This was it, then. There was a group of guards. The deputy warden was with them. They opened my cell door. One of the guards came straight up to me. He was carrying a leather strap with a big buckle on it. I stood up. I felt him strapping my arms behind me. The minister stopped reading for a moment to say something.
Steady, my son.
We'll go now, Guilford.
I started to say something to the deputy, but he nodded his head at the men, and we started to move. The 2 guards who had been in the cell with me stood back, and one of them reached over me and put his hand on my shoulder for a second. I tried to say goodbye. I walked and realized I couldn't breathe very deeply, though I wanted to. Just short breaths were all I could take. The deputy turned around once and looked at me. He seemed nervous. That bothered me. I wished he wasn't so nervous. Then we got to a door in the corner. Through that, then another door. That was already open. I walked through, and I was in a room full of men. But my eyes went to something else. There were the steps just ahead of me. Unpainted, wooden steps. They led up to a platform. And from above that, up there was, I saw the rope. Yes. The guard who was waiting worked fast. He moved me into position. The men in the room below me now, they were looking up. There was a movement among them. One of them had fainted, fell off the bench, and landed hard. It was like in a dream. I wondered if he had hurt himself. Then I felt something over my head, and I knew the rope was being adjusted. Then another guard was in front of me. He had a hood. He lifted it, and it came down over my head. Somewhere inside of me, a scream began, but my lips were closed, and I was saying to myself, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Hello. Tom, don't you know better than to ring a phone now? Guilford's on the scaffold. What? Governor's missing. What? Are you sure? Pratt is sprung. McGill! McGill, stop! There's a pardon! Stop it! Stop it!
No, a man doesn't always die right away when he's hanged. They talk about the neck being broken and death coming instantly. No, not always. Death doesn't come for a long time. For some men, it's nearly 20 minutes. For others, it may be less. But never under 12 minutes before the heart stops. You can check on that. Me? I was up only a few seconds. They cut me down, and the doctors worked on me right on the wheel stretcher that was waiting to carry my body out. No, I didn't lose consciousness. I sometimes wish I had. I sometimes wish I'd gone then instead of being brought back to remember every bit of those last hours. There was a new trial after I was on my feet again, but I don't know what was said. I was free. I saw the girl, Judy. I know her name now, and I thanked her. Neither one of us knew what to say after that, so she just went. Yes, I never sleep indoors. I never button my collar. I don't like building, any building. It's got stone and steel and holds you in. I want to be out here where I can see the sky any time I open my eyes. And I open them often. I think too much when they're closed. I hear the clock. The clock. The clock.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
Now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Roma Wines present
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Alan Hale as star of The Leading Citizen of Pratt County, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant as Roma Wines bring you Alan Hale in a remarkable tale of suspense.
I'm an old man now, and I'm afraid I'm not a very good old man. In fact, by every conceivable standard, I am a thoroughly bad old man. Not that such a thing is known or even suspected in Pratt County. To the contrary, here it is the universal and unshakable opinion that I combine the wisdom of Solomon with the virtues of the 12 apostles. But since I now have every reason to believe that I must shortly shuffle off this mortal coil, both honor and what I freely confess to be a perverted sense of humor impel me to expose this pleasant notion for the outrageous fraud that it is. And so it happens that I hereby leave to my heirs and assigns this true account of how I became the leading citizen of Pratt County. It was some 20 years ago that I first found myself driving through this part of the country with an associate of mine after the completion of a fairly successful operation on the West Coast, which necessitated our speedy trip east. We had been driving along the banks of a lovely stream across a grassy plateau known in some western states as a park, and were heading toward a lush and fertile valley of farmland that could be seen some miles below. But for some unaccountable reason, the intervening area was the hottest, the dustiest, the most desolate and altogether poisonous strip of country it has ever been my misfortune to encounter. And right in the middle of this desert was I use the word loosely, a town. And it was right on the outskirts of this town that my partner at last forced me to divulge certain unfortunate facts that were destined to alter the entire direction of my life.
Why, you crook. You dirty, lousy old crook.
No, Harry. How was I to know the horse would lose?
You knew that half the dough was mine, didn't you? You knew that much.
But I thought I was doing you a favor, Harry. I had the most positive assurances that horse...
Our whole take lost. 6 months' work. Every dime we made on that oil stock racket. And now you tell me. Now, 1,000 miles from civilization in the middle of a dust bowl somewhere.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harry. I'm truly sorry. And I give you my solemn promise that such a thing will never happen again. Why, that
You
horse...
bet your life it won't, because you and me are through. As of now. Through. Finished. Washed up.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Harry. Let's not be hasty.
You heard me? Out.
Just a moment. By what right do you presume?
By this right.
Oh.
And here's your suitcase. And I wish you all the tough luck in the world. Goodbye.
My gracious, what happened? Are you all right? Here, help me with him, Ma.
Yes, of course.
Help with him. Why, that poor feller's about all in.
We better take him inside. He ought to lay down for a spell.
Brush him off here. Say, can you make it straight?
Well, yes. Thank you. You're very kind.
Oh, that's all right. It's a pleasure. Why, you're the first stranger to stop off here in Prattsville since about 1929.
You able to walk all right?
Well, yes. Thank you.
That's it. Oh, my gracious, what in the world ever happened?
Oh, young scoundrel. Hitchhiker. Picked him up a few miles back, and the next thing I knew, he assaulted me, took my money, and made off with my car.
Well, I declare. Come on into the house.
Well, yes, you see, it's not that I care about the money, and the car is heavily insured. Of course, it's the inconvenience. I suppose that I shall have to stay over somewhere until my, my agent can send me funds.
Now, don't you give it another thought. You can stay right here with us just as long as you have a mind to. You can have this very room, Sonny's room.
Well, Sonny will be coming home any day now, though, Ma, you know.
Then he can have the spare room. Sonny's our boy. He's up at State University, see? Here's his picture with the swimming team. He's
That's it.
captain of
He's
it.
the captain.
And here he is with the lacrosse team. And,
Yes,
and
yes.
here
Well,
he is with
believe me, I am deeply grateful for your hospitality, but I'm afraid the air here wouldn't agree with my constitution, heart, you know.
Now, don't you worry none about the air.
Oh, no.
Of course, it is a little hot and dusty this time of the year, but it won't hurt you none.
Other times of year, it's different, eh?
Mm-hmm. The rainy season. Gets real muddy there.
Yeah, well, I see how it would.
Well, there's a funny thing about this town, though. They do say that when it was first settled, it was one of the prettiest little places you could find in the whole state. Of course, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it must have been.
You come down through the park, didn't you? Well, of course you did. You notice that fine-looking river flowing alongside the road? Well, sir, that river used to flow right through the center of town.
That's right.
You can still see where it did. And then about, 80, 90 years ago, there was a trembler or something way up in the mountains, and a big hole opened up in the ground, and that river just dropped plumb out of sight, right on the edge of the park.
Is that?
Yeah. She don't come out of the ground again now until clear down the valley. It's about 10 miles away. That's why it's so dry up here, you see.
Well, you don't say.
Yeah. A few years back, there was talk about the WPA closing up that hole so the river would run right through the town again. Oh, I tell you, folks here got pretty excited about it, even offered to put up half the money. And they raised it, too, they did.
They did, eh?
Yeah.
They raised the money?
That's right.
Oh, there's folks around here got money all right when they got a mind to let loose of it.
Oh, I see. And, would it be too much to ask, how much they raised?
Oh, come to pretty near $50,000, the town's share of it.
Well.
But then some feller come up from Washington to look things over, and he said if we closed up the hole, it'd dry up the valley down below and ruin all the farmers down there. So then, of course, we just had to give up the whole idea.
Well, now, that is interesting. Most interesting, Mr.
Neff. Woodrow Neff. Yeah. Of course, this is Mrs. Neff.
Yes.
A great pleasure, Mr. Neff. Mrs. Neff.
Thank you.
My name is Witherspoon. Alonzo P. Witherspoon. Professor Witherspoon.
A professor? My, wait till Sonny hears we got a real professor in the house.
As I say, Mr. Neff, this is most interesting, particularly interesting to me, as it happens that I am a professor of geology, and in that capacity I serve as technical advisor to Senator Cotton of the Committee of National Parks and Monuments and Subterranean Waterways. You've heard of Senator Cotton, of course.
Why, sure. Well, say, maybe you've already heard of this river of ours. Green River, it's called.
Precisely what I was coming to, Mr. Neff. As you were speaking, I began to remember the discussions we had had in committee. It was some years ago, wasn't it?
1936, wasn't it, Pa?
Summer of 36 was when the feller come out here.
Exactly. And I remember telling Senator Cotton at the time that we must look into the whole project again, when the sedimentary substrata had been given time to settle. Then, of course, it was forgotten in the press of other matters. You know how those things are in Washington.
Well, I declare.
And now, by the merest chance, I am given the perfect opportunity of examining Green River for myself. Oh, it's an ill wind that blows nobody good, eh, Mr. Neff?
Well, say, now you will have to stay with us a while.
Yes, Mr. Neff. I think I must. I really think I must.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Alan Hale in The Leading Citizen of Pratt County, a radio play by Robert Richards. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. One of the best-natured men I know has a knack for enjoying life's leisure moments. He's a hard worker on the job, but when he comes home, he and his wife make a ritual of a quiet, companionable chat and a glass or two of delightful Roma California sherry before dinner. Millions of other men look forward daily to such a welcome with Roma sherry. For millions of wives have made golden amber Roma sherry America's favorite first call to dinner. Yes, Roma sherry, with its mellow, inviting nut-like taste, makes mealtime more welcome, helps you appreciate more keenly the good food to come. Enjoy the tempting fragrance and satisfying taste luxury of Roma sherry yourself. Make glorious Roma sherry your first call to dinner, as I do. If friends drop in later on, greet them graciously with Roma sherry, the keynote of friendly hospitality. Best of all, Roma, America's favorite wine costs no more than ordinary wines. So tomorrow, insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma wine. Remember, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine.
And now Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Alan Hale as Professor Alonzo P. Witherspoon in The Leading Citizen of Pratt County, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
And thus in bonnie Prattville, I became a professor of astrology, geology, and advisor to a senator whom I had never met, and a Senate committee of which I was not even sure existing. Of course, at first I had no way of knowing whether this pitch, as we call it in the trade, was merely good for the cashing of a modest check on one of my many non-existent accounts, or whether it could be run up into something really big. But as a firm believer in aiming always at the maximum objective, I made my plans accordingly. And that night, with the aid of certain gadgets I never permit myself to be without, I wrote myself a couple of checks on the Federal Treasury, contrived some quite impressive-looking business cards, and was ready to go to work. And then, Sonny arrived.
That's right, Sonny. Professor Alonzo P. Witherspoon. And he's staying right here with us. Come on now, I'll introduce you to him.
A professor from Washington? Wow.
Oh, I knew at a glance that Sonny would be troublesome. He was a student at the State University, and his education had progressed just sufficiently to fill him with a lot of bright ideas, but not enough to acquaint him with the worldly advantages of a good, sound, dishonest proposition. In other words, Sonny was smart and could not be had.
Gee, Professor, Pop tells me maybe you're going to put old Prattsville on the map.
Possibly. Certainly worth trying, eh, my boy?
You bet. You know, I've been thinking along those very same lines myself lately. After all, what's Colorado Springs got, or Tucson, Arizona, or any of those places that we haven't got right here in Prattsville? We got the altitude, the sunshine. All we need is water, and they can do terrific things with irrigation nowadays.
Precisely, my boy. Precisely what I've always told Senator Cotton.
And you really know Senator Cotton? I mean, that well?
Oh, yes, intimately. I might say that we're very close.
Gee, I was reading something about him just the other day. But say, you're really sure something can be done without drying up the valley? It'd be terrible for those farmers down there if their water was cut off.
Sonny's got a girl down there. That's the reason he's so worried. I guess the professor knows his business a little better than we do, Sonny.
Oh, sure, I know. Say, you must know Dr. Hawks, up at State U. He's a geologist, too.
Ah, Hawks? Let me see.
You must know him. John Lyman Hawks.
Oh, of course. John Lyman Hawks. Yes.
Gee, I'll bet he'll be excited when he knows you're here. He's supposed to be quite an authority on this part of the country, you know.
Yes. But I wouldn't trouble Dr. Hawks about this just yet. Not until we're a little more sure of our ground.
Well, sure, of course.
Oh, now, Sonny. Professor hasn't got all day to stand around here talking to you. He's got to go down to the bank and see Henry Wink.
Oh, sure, but... Gee, I sure want to talk to you some more about all this, Professor. This thing can be terrific.
Oh, it will be terrific, all right, my boy. You don't know the half of it. You can see what I mean about Sonny. Now, Henry Wank, on the other hand, was quite another proposition. He was and still is the town's mayor, only banker, and chief real estate owner. And the answer to a confidence man's prayer. Because he was always so busy thinking what a smart crook he was that it never occurred to him that he might be dealing with someone who was even smarter and crookeder. Mr. Wink had larceny in his heart, and I knew we were going to do business.
Well, what's your proposition?
Well, it's always refreshing to meet a man with whom one can get right down to business.
All right, let's get down to it.
Very well. You know, of course, Mr. Wink, that if this Green River project goes through, and if we do run the river through town, real estate values here will skyrocket. And when they do, somebody is going to make an awful lot of money.
Yeah, meaning mostly me, that's right. Well, what about it?
Well, now let me ask you something. About these farmers in the valley, if their water were cut off, if they were, inconvenienced...
They'd be more than inconvenienced. They'd be finished, and you know it.
Yes, but how much would you be concerned, financially, I mean?
Well, I'd be sorry to see it happen. But financially, it wouldn't worry me a bit.
I see.
The courier quoted you as saying that wouldn't happen. that we could have our river and the farmers would get their water just the same.
You know how inaccurate the newspapers are, Mr. Wink.
No, then it would happen.
Mr. Wink, have you ever stopped to consider how much you personally would make if this did go through?
Well, I'd say it could run up to 3 or 4 million in time.
Well, you can sometimes get things done in Washington.
Aha! I knew you had a proposition.
You realize, of course, Mr. Wink, that I'm an essential factor in this whole thing. You just can't send anybody to Washington on a thing like this. You have to have someone who is in on the inside, who enjoys the complete confidence of the right people.
I know all about that. I just want to know how you get yours.
By the very simple expedient of becoming your partner, Mr. Wink, in a small way.
Yeah. How small?
Well, I have here a government check for $2,500. I suggest we form a little syndicate. I think this check should entitle me to a modest share of, say, 5%.
Then you figure the whole thing can be swung for $50,000.
Approximately. Can you raise the money?
Well, it's a lot, but I can get it. We'd better put this in writing.
Oh, now, really, Mr. Wink. One hardly puts things of this nature in writing.
Then how do I know you'll come through with your end?
Well, you have my check. I'll endorse it to you. You hold it. Any investigation of how a man in my position happened to be giving you $2,500 would be seriously embarrassing for me.
Yes, it sure would at that.
One more thing, Mr. Wink. You understand that all of this must be kept in the strictest confidence, and all transactions will have to be in cash.
Don't you worry about what I understand. I wasn't born yesterday, neither.
The technique is scarcely new, but almost invariably successful. The victim is made to feel that he is the chief conspirator, and his own dishonesty and greed accomplishes the rest. So with Henry Wink. Next afternoon, for the sake of appearances, Mr. Wink and I headed a small group to look over once again the crucial spot where Green River dips into the earth to begin its subterranean wanderings, and once again I clambered down over the mass of rocks to a little ledge some 20 feet above the water.
Now, look down there, Professor. You see, it falls into that big pool down there, and then it just disappears.
Yes. Excellent possibilities. Excellent.
There, you see, gentlemen? The professor figures to begin the concrete work just about here.
The trap was baited, set, and ready to be sprung. All seemed for the best in this best of all possible worlds. Well, good evening, sonny lad.
Huh? Hello, Professor.
What's the matter, my boy? You have a spat with that young lady of yours?
No, nothing's the matter. Well, how are things?
Well, things are definitely progressing. And that reminds me, I shall be leaving you soon, within the next day or so.
What? You leaving, Professor?
Oh, just for a short time. Have to get things started in Washington, you know. Have a talk with Senator Cotton and so on.
Well, but you will be coming back.
Oh, by all means.
Say, Professor Witherspoon.
Yes, my boy?
Well, look, I'm going down to see Jane Osterman and her mother for a little while this evening. Seeing you may not have another chance to meet him for a while, why don't you come along?
Well,
Jane's his girl. But the professor don't want to go traipsing way down in the valley tonight, Sonny.
Well, why not? He's never even seen the valley. I think before he goes to Washington, he ought to see it.
I didn't want to go, of course, but every instinct told me that there was something in the wind and that I should. Contrary to my expectation, however, the evening was a quiet one, and indeed a most pleasant surprise. Jane Osterman turned out to be a very charming little thing, and her mother was a most attractive and, in fact, an altogether stunning woman. And it was with genuine regret that I found myself at last standing on their veranda under a brilliant moon saying goodbye.
It's been grand, Professor. I do hope you'll drop in on us again before you come back.
My dear lady, wild horses couldn't keep me away.
Oh, that's a promise, then. Good night.
Good night, my dear.
Well, what do you think of them, Professor?
They're charming people, my boy, charming people.
And isn't Mrs. Osterman nice?
Nice is hardly the word. In fact, I'm quite smitten.
Yeah. It'd be terrible if anything was to happen to people like that. I mean, this whole valley. They're all like that. I mean, if anything was to happen to hurt them...
Why, Sonny, what have you got on your mind?
Oh, heck, I have something on my mind, Professor, and I just thought if you could see these people, like the Ostermans, you'd understand better how I feel.
All right, my boy, out with it. What is it?
Well, I just remembered today what it was I saw about Senator Cotton.
Senator Cotton?
Yeah, in Time magazine. He's just been indicted for graft.
He's been indicted. Senator Cotton? Indicted?
Yeah, some sort of land grab scandal.
Why, I can't believe it. There must be some mistake.
No, it's true, all right.
So that's it. Oh, but surely, my boy, you don't think that I'm involved in anything like that?
Oh, no, of course I don't. I couldn't, but, well, don't you see? I thought he might be fooling you somewhere.
I see. I see.
If there was something wrong, if something did happen to all these people in the valley, well, it'd be terrible.
Yes, well, I'd better get off a telegram to Washington right away.
Oh, look, Professor, I've got a telegram here in my pocket.
You have?
To Dr. Hawks up at the university. I want him to come down here.
Oh.
Oh, it's not that I don't trust you, but, well, two heads are always better than one. And if he says it's all right, then I'll know.
Yeah, but you haven't sent this telegram yet.
Well, I was going to, but, well, I didn't think it'd be fair without telling you. Oh, you do understand, don't you?
Of course, my boy.
Oh, is that a weight off my mind?
But I think I have even a better idea. Look, why don't you and I, first thing tomorrow, get in the car and drive up to the university and bring Dr. Hawks back with us? That way we could explain the whole situation to him.
Gee, that is an idea. If you ask him, he'd be sure to come. Ah, gee, Professor, you're sure a wonderful guy.
And you won't even have to bother with that telegram. We'll just tear it up. I had grown quite fond of Sonny, but when it's a matter of $50,000, particularly to one of my advancing years, sentiment must yield to necessity. And so, when Sonny and I started out in the family car next morning, I had my plans prepared. I also had the $50,000 in cash.
We ought to be there sometime this afternoon. It's only about 300 miles.
Splendid. Well, look here. We're right about to go past the place where Green River goes underground, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
Well, why don't we stop a moment? You know, there's a couple of things that you really ought to see for yourself before we talk to Dr. Hawks. That's John Lyman Hawks, that is.
Well, all right.
I may be able to prove to you right here on this spot that the old professor's ideas aren't quite so wild-eyed as you may suppose.
Ah, Professor, you know I don't think that.
Oh, just joking, my boy, just joking. Come along. Now, careful climbing down over those rocks. They're a bit treacherous, you know.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Well, there we are. Now, come out to this little ledge. You see, plenty of water here. Perhaps we wouldn't need to divert it all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, notice the formation of this rock, typical of the Neo-Pleistocene period, and a marked tendency to form vast caverns with underground springs.
Oh, you mean you've got some idea about there being caves under there?
Well, yes, that is in a way. That's exactly it. Just step a little closer to the edge. Shine your flashlight down there. I wouldn't be surprised if you could see the beginnings of some quite extensive carnivorous formations even here.
Yeah, I see. Gee, maybe if there wasn't so much water, people could even go down there and explore.
The rock was quite slippery. And he was very near the edge when I slipped against him. I saw his flashlight bobbing for a moment in the dark pool below, and then the current swept it on, and it was gone. It was with a heavy heart and all possible speed that I headed for the Mexican border. I was on the main highway, booming along, and just coming out into the valley, when I saw the thing that spelled my doom. For there, dead ahead, were two police cars, and a group of men standing in the middle of the road. And most prominent among them, dripping wet and wildly waving his arms, was Sonny.
There he is. He's the one I was telling you about.
Yes,
Are you Professor Witherspoon?
Yes.
We got a young fella here who'd like to talk to you.
Well, I haven't any time now to talk.
I mean, after what you said about the caves.
What cave?
When I slipped and fell in, gee, I was scared for a minute.
Well,
But you must have known it all the time, didn't you?
Known? Known what?
About the caves. And boy, what caves.
Yeah.
You know, I'm quite a swimmer, and
Oh, really?
I had my flashlight, and I just went along with the current all the way down and came out the other end here. And what I saw, boy, were you ever right.
Was
Talk
I?
about your mammoth cave of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Why, gosh, once we've diverted some of the river out of there, boats could go all the way down.
Well, that's what I was
With
telling you
Henry
before.
Wing's money, we could put in lights and everything.
big lights,
People would
yes.
come from all over the country.
Of course.
Honestly, they're one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Well, we might
they're
find another
terrific.
one. Yep.
Well, gee whiz, aren't you excited?
Excited? My boy, I think I'm going to faint. And so, if you have ever been in this part of the country, you will surely have heard of the marvelous underground river of Pratt, a source of endless delight to tourists and a very substantial revenue to our citizens, and our famous falls, Pratt Falls. And now Prattsville not only enjoys the wonders of irrigation, but of innumerable hot dog stands, motels, gambling casinos, and all the other adjuncts of those noisome communities known as resorts. As for myself, I am the general manager of the caverns at a very handsome stipend and have been living for many years in solid and respectable domesticity with the former widow Osterman. What I have done is really nothing. Really nothing. It's no more than any public-spirited man would have done, but I must confess that, call it vanity, if you will, it is a source of enormous and constant enjoyment to me whenever I am proudly pointed out to the admiring newcomers as the leading citizen of Pratt County.
Suspense. Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Before we hear again from Alan Hale, the star of the leading citizen of Pratt County, tonight's suspense play, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. When the butcher can't help you, and you come home with ground beef instead of that choice, juicy steak you'd ordered, here's a sure way to save the day. Join the millions of clever homemakers who've discovered that serving delicious Roma California Burgundy makes even plain hamburger a meal to remember. Yes, your simple meals will delight the most particular palates when served with red, robust Roma Burgundy. For Roma Burgundy brings out subtle, hidden food flavors usually lost to the taste. Yet Roma, the nation's favorite wine, costs no more than ordinary wines. When you shop tomorrow, insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, America's first choice. And remember, to make a bridal shower or wedding reception truly memorable, serve pale gold, sprightly, dry Roma California champagne. And for the bridal couple, Roma champagne makes the perfect going-away gift.
Friends, this is Alan Hale. Well, it's been a real pleasure to appear on Suspense, a long-time favorite of mine. And I'm sure you won't want to miss next Thursday's show, when that fine actor, Mr. Robert Young, will star in a suspense play about a man who wakes up one morning to find that he has lost track of several months, and that the room in which he finds himself is a cell in an insane asylum. I know you'll be listening. I will. Thank you.
Alan Hale appeared through the courtesy of Warner Brothers, producers of Night and Day. Next Thursday, same time, Roma Wines will bring you Robert Young as star of Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Produced by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. Here is a message from your government. Millions of men, women, and children in Europe and Asia today face starvation. America, the best-fed nation in the world, can relieve this crisis by making available to foreign purchases increased amounts of wheat, rice, fats, and oils. You can help vitally. Eat more of the plentiful foods. Don't waste food. Turn in all used fats. And give in money or canned goods, but preferably in money, to your local emergency food collection. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Roma Wines present
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Hume Cronin, who is currently being seen in the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer production The Green Years as star of Too Many Smiths, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Hume Cronin in a remarkable tale of suspense.
Right in here, Doc.
What happened, Sergeant Hurley?
I picked this guy up in a depot. I've been looking for him for 3 days. He's standing in the crowd screaming somebody made a sucker out of him, getting violent.
Well, I better have a look at him. All right, now. No one's going to hurt you.
She made a sucker out of me.
There he goes again.
Who made a sucker out of you?
Yeah, sure, she made a sucker out of me.
Hand me my bag.
Here. What are you going to do, Doc?
Give him something to quiet him down.
You think he's pulling an act?
It's hard to tell. Maybe temporary insanity. Now, pull up his sleeve.
Come on, you. Easy, come on.
She made a sucker out of me.
Who did? Who made a sucker out of you?
Fate. It was fate, I tell you. Yeah, that was it, a gag.
This guy's crazy.
Maybe. Yeah, that's far enough. Hold him. There.
Will that stuff put him to sleep?
Should.
How long will he be under?
About 10 hours.
Okay. She ran out on me. She left me flat.
It's starting to work.
Mm-hmm. Very fast reaction.
I'll come back and question him later.
And what's he in for?
Murder?
Who'd he kill?
Some cheap confidence mug, but the motive we haven't got.
See, Wallingford's my name. Charles Richard Wallingford. Yeah, don't call me Smith.
Hey, get that? He's talking in his sleep.
Sometimes they do under the influence of a sedative.
Wallingford.
Especially when they have something on their conscience they want to get rid of.
I'd better take notes. And you stay here as a witness, Doc.
Yeah, that's me, Charles Richard Wallingford. But don't let that fancy moniker fool you. No, sir, I'm no banker or executive. I'm just a guy who worked in a porter in a big office building downtown. But I don't want you to think I didn't have any ambition. No. I know that someday I'd get my break, and when I did, there was nothing going to stop me from going places. No, sir, not a thing. Now, take that night, for instance. It was 6 o'clock, and most of the offices were emptying out. I had my broom and mop, and I was ready to start cleaning the office of P.J. Rogers. P.J. He's the president of the Apex Advertising Agency. I always like to start with the top boys. I looked around P.J.'s office. Soft, easy chairs. Lots of buttons to push to make people jump. Yeah, this would be the life. Well, I started my broom going, I swept around, and I bent down to pick up the wastebasket, and a piece of torn paper caught my eye. Now get this. I don't know whether it was fate or just plain curiosity, but I read what was written on it. It was a memorandum from the desk of S.M. Parry to P.J. Rogers, and it said, "The judges have decided that the winner of the toothpaste contest is Pat Smith of Boston." Now, I knew that was the Century toothpaste contest that just ended last week. 25,000 smackaroos to the winner. And this guy, Pat Smith of Boston, won it. Some guys have all the luck. Just for writing a slogan. $25,000, and this guy doesn't even know he won it yet. Yeah. He don't even know he won it. But I do. I got what's called an inspiration. According to the radio, the winner won't be announced until the 15th of this month. Today's only the 12th. Charlie, my boy. Charlie, my boy, I say to myself. When fate decides to hand you a break, who are you to turn it down? I stalled around until I'd made sure everyone had left the agency. Then I went for the filing cabinets that had the entries. They were listed from A to Z. I found the names that began with S, and I started looking for Pat Smith from Boston. There were over 200 Smiths, Abe Smith, Betty Smith, Carl Smith. I went through them until I came to Ollie Smith, and the next one was Pat Smith of 500 Commonwealth Avenue, Boston, Massachusetts. I copied the address and the slogan. Brother, to me that slogan sure sounded corny. But who am I to judge $25,000? I went downstairs to the locker room, I changed my clothes, I beat it over to Grand Central, and I caught the midnight to Boston.
Front boy.
500 Commonwealth Avenue is a big hotel with a sign reading, "For men only." I walked up to the desk.
May I help you, sir?
Yeah. You have a Mr. Pat Smith staying here?
Pat Smith? Now, let me see. George Smith, Harry Smith. Pat Smith. Yes, sir. Room 1133.
1133, thanks.
Oh, say, mister, look, we have...
The clerk started to yell something after me. The elevator door closed and I didn't wait. Yeah, I wish I had, but I didn't.
Yeah?
Hello. My name's Wallingford. Charlie Wallingford. I'd like to talk to you.
What about?
About $25,000.
This a joke?
That kind of money isn't funny, mister.
Come on in.
Thanks.
I'll just move my clothes and you can sit down.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Now, what can I do for you, Mr. Wallingford?
Mr. Smith, how would you like to make $12,500?
That's a lot of money.
It sure is.
What do I have to do?
You entered the Century Toothpaste contest, didn't you?
The slogan contest? Yeah, how'd you know?
I work for the people that run the contest.
I see.
And I can fix it so that you can win first prize.
I'm beginning to understand.
Good. Then I don't have to do any explaining.
It isn't exactly illegal, is it?
Well, maybe not.
I thought all these contests were run on the up and up.
They are. This happens to be an unusual circumstance.
I see.
Somebody had to win. It might as well be you.
Tell me, why of all the contestants did you happen to pick me?
Oh, I don't know. Just chalk it up to fate.
And suppose I don't agree to your proposition.
Then I'll find somebody else who will.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
All right. It's a deal, Mr. Wallingford.
Just plain Charlie to all my business friends.
Shake.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you're busy.
Not at all.
Well, don't you have some kind of job you got to get to?
No. That's why I came to Boston.
Oh. How long you been here?
2 days.
Wait a minute. How come your entry had this address?
Oh, I reserved this room a month ago. I've been using it as my mailing address.
Oh, I see. Where you from, Pat?
Nowhere in particular, just where my business takes me.
You don't say. Got any family?
No, not a soul.
Maybe you have friends here in Boston.
Not a one.
Gee, that's too bad.
Why the look?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking.
About the money?
Right the first time.
You know, it's too bad our paths didn't cross before.
Why's that?
I think we'd have made a good team.
What's your racket?
Stocks and bonds.
Sell them?
Uh-huh.
Legitimate?
What do you think?
I don't. Say, isn't contests out of your alley?
That's just a hobby.
But sometimes they pay off, huh? Well, come on, let's blow this place. We'll really celebrate our little deal.
Sure, anything you say.
I knew I had this guy figured from the second I laid eyes on him. Just a small-time confidence mug. And I knew he wasn't going to play 50-50 with me. No, sir. The minute he got his hands on that dough, I'd have to sing for my half. So I decided to take it all. Yeah, I could be Pat Smith for a couple of days. And just so there wouldn't be too many Smiths, I'd fix this one up with a one-way ticket. We went to a place for coffee and sandwiches. I had some of my sleeping pills with me, and by the time we got to the apple pie, he was feeling them.
Something wrong with me.
What's the matter?
My head. Going around like a top.
Oh, come on. Come on, give me your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. The air will straighten you out.
I just want to lay down.
You will. In a little while.
Where are we going?
Just walking.
I want to lay down.
Oh, hey, take it easy. Hey, easy. Yeah, stand up.
Hey, why are we walking out on this dock?
Just to get you some air. Bring you around.
All right.
Hey there.
Yeah?
What's wrong, mister?
Well, nothing, officer. My friend here isn't feeling very good.
Oh, yeah? But let me have a look at him.
Sure.
Hey, wake up.
I just want to lay down.
Okay, mister. I just want to check up. Lots of funny things happen around here at night.
Oh, you can't be too careful. No, sir. Good night, officer.
Good night.
I waited until the cop disappeared into the fog. Smith had passed completely out of the picture. Dragged him down to the end of the dock. I looked around me and I found a piece of lead pipe and that was over. I stripped off his clothes and I changed with him. I stuck the pipe under his belt and I pushed him into the water. I watched his body sink. Then I left the dock. I went back to the hotel and I went up to Smith's room and after a while I went to sleep. Yeah?
Mr. Smith? Mr. Pat Smith?
Speaking.
Well, there's a young lady waiting for you.
Waiting for me?
Yes, sir. She says she's your fiancée.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Hume Cronin in Too Many Smiths by Arthur L. Gray. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. Visiting friends in Hollywood, I noticed that more and more of them now entertain with wine. And of all wines served in America, Roma, of course, is the most popular. There are good, sound reasons so many smart Americans prefer Roma wine for entertaining. Roma wine is moderate, inexpensive, and easy to serve. And Roma wine is always delicious, always unvaryingly fine. For Roma, America's greatest vintner, is able to select from more grapes of choice varieties from California's finest vineyards than any other winery. And to this rich treasure of fine grapes, Roma adds years of winemaking skill and resources unmatched in America. Yet, Roma wine, America's first choice, costs no more than ordinary wines. Right now, Roma dealers are featuring fine red Roma California table wines, Burgundy, Claret, Zinfandel. For an adventure in good dining, try Roma Burgundy, Claret, or Zinfandel with a juicy steak, savory pot roast, or spaghetti with meat sauce. You'll discover food with Roma is food at its best. So insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma wines, enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Hume Cronin in Too Many Smiths, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Hello? Hello?
lay there, paralyzed with that phone in my hand.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Smith? Did you hear me, sir? Your fiancée.
My fiancée?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be right down.
She'll be waiting for you in the reception room.
This didn't jive. Smith said he didn't know anybody in Boston. He started to break out in a sweat. I had to go down and face her. Trying to avoid it would make things look suspicious. I took my time dressing, but my mind was going like a machine gun. But it was no use. There's nothing I could do but to face her and try and bluff my way. Pardon me, miss. You looking for Pat Smith?
Yes.
Well, I'm Pat Smith.
Oh, I'm afraid there must be some mistake.
I guess there is.
Yes, the Mr. Smith I'm looking for is my fiancé.
You sure he's registered in this hotel?
I am very sure.
Well...
Oh, how foolish of me. There must be two Pat Smiths here. You and my fiancé.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I never thought of that.
It's such a big hotel. I'll ask the clerk.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, goodbye, Mr. Smith. I'm awfully sorry I disturbed you.
But that's okay. Two Pat Smiths. That was something I hadn't counted on. I watched her cross the lobby to the desk. She spoke to the clerk. He smiled and picked up the phone. The dame sat down and waited. In a few minutes, a middle-aged guy walks up to the desk, and the clerk pointed out this dame to him. I took a good look at this other Pat Smith, and I beat it into the elevator and went upstairs to my room. I headed for the desk, and I started going through the late Pat Smith's things. I found his papers, and then I saw what I was looking for. A copy of the slogan he'd written. Oh, brother, I breathed a sigh of relief. It was the same as the one I'd copied from the agency's files. Fate is sure sticking closer to me than a suspicious wife. That stupid clerk could have sent me to the wrong Smith, and if I'd knocked him off, I really would have been in a jam. I didn't sleep at all good that night. Around 8 a.m., I headed for the drugstore in the lobby. My head was buzzing. I wanted a cup of black coffee. As I was drinking my second cup, I glanced in the mirror in front of me, and I saw the second Pat Smith come in. I turned around to watch him buy some stuff at the counter. Razor blades, shaving cream, soap, and a large tube of Century toothpaste. Century toothpaste. It was only then it began to creep into my mind. Maybe this Pat Smith had entered the contest also. And if so, maybe he was the guy that was going to collect the 25 grand. Maybe I'd been barking up the wrong tree. Oh, a sick, weak, empty feeling settled in my insides. I put a quarter on the counter and I followed Smith into the lobby. I beg your pardon.
Yes?
Isn't your name Smith? Pat Smith?
Oh, yes, it is.
Funny thing, but that's my name also.
Oh, yes, I heard there was another Pat Smith staying here.
You mind if I sit down?
No, go right ahead.
Thanks. Kind of funny, two Pat Smiths living under the same roof.
Oh, I don't know. Smith's a very common name.
Yeah, you're right there. You know, that's how I met your girlfriend.
My girlfriend?
Yeah, the tall, blonde, good-looking dame.
Oh, yes, I remember. But wasn't she looking for you?
I don't get you.
Well, the clerk telephoned me in my room that she was waiting downstairs, and when I met her, it seems that I wasn't the Pat Smith she was looking for. Darn it.
You what?
No. So naturally, I assumed it was you.
There couldn't be a third Pat Smith here.
Well, hardly. I spoke to the clerk about it, and he checked the register.
Maybe she had the wrong hotel.
Well, I doubt that very much because I've seen her about the lobby the past few days.
You have?
Mm-hmm. Why, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking. Yeah. I see you're doing a crossword puzzle.
Yes. Are you interested in puzzles?
Sometimes. I like contests better. You know, the kind they have on the radio?
Uh-huh.
You ever enter one of those?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have.
How about the Century toothpaste contest?
Oh, of course. $25,000.
That's it.
Quite a big prize to shoot for.
Yeah, it is. What kind of slogan did you write?
Well, I think it's pretty good. I got a copy right here in my pocket. Would you care to read it?
Sure would.
Let me see now. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Here it is. I I don't think it'll win first prize, but it might win one of the lesser ones. Well, what do you think, Pat?
Yeah. That's pretty good. Much better than the one a certain party I knew wrote. Didn't take no book critic to see that the slogan this Smith wrote was the better of the two. I was a fool. If I'd looked through the files at the agency more carefully, I'd have seen that there were two Smiths and which Smith won the dough. I was in a tough spot. Tonight at 10, they were going to announce the winner. I had just 6 hours to figure out an angle or lose 25 grand. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Smith.
Who's this?
Mr. Smith's fiancée. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. What do you want?
I think you and I better have a little talk.
What about?
About my fiancée.
Where are you?
In the lounge.
I'll be right down. Well, hello.
Sit down, won't you?
Thanks. Okay, what's on your mind?
You?
Me? Gee, I'm flattered.
You needn't be.
Okay. What about me? It's so interesting.
Why you killed Pat Smith.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's not be stubborn about this, Mr. Wallingford. Must I repeat my question?
No. Who are you?
You already know that.
What's your name?
Betty.
Betty what?
I'm asking the questions.
How do you know he's dead?
It's in the evening papers.
Let me see that.
Here. Police discover body in Charles River.
First thought to be Charles Wallingford, but fingerprints taken from the dead man proved his identity to be Pat Smith, a small-time confidence man wanted by the police in 3 states. The police are looking for Wallingford. New York City police have discovered that Wallingford's been missing from his rooming house for the past 5 days.
You see how I know.
Where do you fit?
I was supposed to meet Smith here. We had a little job planned.
Oh, I see.
And you went and spoiled it. Why? Come on, start talking. If I don't like the tone of your conversation, maybe the police will.
Well, I couldn't see any way out but to tell her the whole story. I couldn't bluff. I was scared, and she knew it. She didn't say anything while I was talking. She just sits and stares at me.
I always told Pat those contests would be the death of him.
Well, that's how it is. This other guy will collect all the dough.
You giving up so easily?
You have any ideas?
$25,000.
I was a fool to get mixed up in this in the first place.
Are you sure this Smith is going to win?
It can't be anyone else.
Ah. Well, you've gone so far. Why not take another step?
What do you mean?
I met this other Smith just as I met you.
Yeah, I know that.
And from the way his eyes lit up, I could see he was kind of sorry I wasn't his fiancée.
So?
I don't think Mr. Smith would mind very much taking a walk with me down by the river. Maybe holding hands.
I see what you mean.
Just the way you did the other job.
Well, I don't know.
You're scared?
No, I'm game.
Good.
Look, you get him on that dock. I'll take over from there.
Don't worry. He'll be there.
Yeah.
By the time the cops fish him out of the river, we'll have the money and plenty of distance.
You mean we go together?
What's the matter? Don't I appeal to you?
Oh, sure.
Well, wait here. I'm going to phone him and cast out the bait.
Okay. Here's hoping he bites.
Don't worry, he will.
I watched her walk out of the lounge to the phone booth across the lobby. Every eye in the joint on her. I knew Smith didn't have a chance. And if I hung around her, I wouldn't either. Oh, she was murder, that dame. After this job was over, I was heading in the opposite direction. I could see her talking, and when she hung up, I could tell by the expression on her face that Smith was a cooked turkey.
He'll be down in 5 minutes. You better beat it.
Okay, baby. You're carrying the ball from now on. See you on the dock. I glanced back at the table, and she was sitting there calmly powdering her nose for the kill. Then fate stepped in again. I don't know why, but it suddenly hit me that maybe she was giving me the double cross. After all, how long do I know the dame? I went back into the lounge through the street entrance, and I managed to sneak into a booth behind the one she was sitting in. In a few minutes, Smith came in through the lobby entrance and walked over to her.
Well, good evening. I came down as quickly as I could.
So I see. I suppose my phone call surprised you.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Uh-huh. I'll come to the point, Mr. Smith. Somebody is going to murder you.
What?
Please keep your voice down.
Oh, I'm sorry, but in heaven's name, why would anyone want to murder me?
For $25,000.
I don't have that much money.
You will.
Look, I don't understand.
The Century Toothpaste Contest.
Yeah?
You hit the jackpot.
How do you know? The winner won't be announced until 10 tonight.
I have a way of knowing these things.
I'm going to call the police.
Sit down, Mr. Smith. I got a better idea.
She lowered her voice, but by straining, I got wind of what she was pulling. That was clear. She wanted the money, but without a murder rap. Then she was going to tip off the police about me, which would give her clear sailing with Smith and the dough. Yeah, she was clever, all right. But you know, it was funny. It didn't burn me up. I wasn't even sore. I was just tired and scared. I wanted to get away. Anywhere, so long as it was far from Boston. I had a few dollars left, so I beat it. I went to the railroad depot. My train didn't leave for an hour, so I walked around. I bought a paper. I felt like a punch-drunk fighter. I was licked, and I knew it. Fate had let me down, all right. I was through. Well, I was standing in the crowd, waiting for the gate to open, when I saw it. Right there on the front page, I saw it. I started to laugh. Yeah, I couldn't stop. There it was right there on the front page. I just broke up hysterics.
Hey, officer! Officer! Hey, officer!
I was tired.
What's wrong with this man? You, what's the matter with you, buddy? Hey. You're Charles Wallingford, alias Pat Smith. You're wanted for murder. What a story. Starts out as a simple swindle and winds up murder.
Yeah, but a story still doesn't tell me what I want to know.
What's that, Doc?
The cause for his temporary insanity.
No, it doesn't at that. Hey, that newspaper. He was reading... Where is it? On the first page. Here. Take a look at this.
The winner of the $25,000 Century Toothpaste Contest was announced last night. The lucky winner was Miss Pat Smith of the little town of Boston, Georgia.
Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Just 2 more shopping days before Father's Day, June 16th. This year, give Dad something special, a gift he'll long remember with pride and warm appreciation. Honor him with a bottle of magnificent Roma California champagne, traditional wine for the truly special occasion. Or if you're planning a family party for Dad, make it really festive with the bubbling brilliance of pale gold, sprightly dry Roma champagne. For Roma champagne pays the perfect compliment due the man of the house on his day. And throughout this month of weddings, anniversaries, and gala social events, you can rely on Roma champagne to add the subtle touch of continental smartness that makes your hospitality outstanding. Yet, delicious Roma champagne, so lavish, so glamorous, so flattering to your guests, is really inexpensive. When you shop tomorrow, get Roma champagne. That's R-O-M-A, Roma wine, America's first choice.
Next Thursday, same time, Roma Wines will bring you June Dupree as star of Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Produced by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.